Nappy Dreamer.
And I'm Kia Blaine.
And we are the Melanin Mindset.
What's good, everybody, and welcome. If it's your first time viewing, welcome back to literally everybody. I'm the Nappy Dreamer.
And I'm Kia Blaine.
And we are
the Melanin Mindset.
The Melanin Mindset. I just knew, we was going to come back and get it right. Listen, if you're not already subscribed to the Melanin Mindset, go ahead and subscribe and turn on those notification bells. Give us a thumbs up. Make sure you comment right now. Tell us where you're viewing from. If you're watching us on Facebook, we want to know where you're viewing from as well. Make sure you like, share, and follow us on Facebook, The Melanin Mindset. We're out on Instagram and Twitter, Melanin Mindset _, and of course on good old TikTok at The Melanin Mindset. So if you can plug in, make sure you're plugged in anywhere you can plug in, friend. I think that was good. That was good.
Did you say the thumbs up thing? Give the video a thumbs up.
Give the video a thumbs up.
Hey from Miami, Jimmy.
What's good, Miami, Jimmy? Oh, and we got Florida, Jimmy.
Those are two separate places, remember.
Miami, Jimmy, Florida.
Miami, Jimmy, and Florida, Jimmy. Hello, ladies.
Oh, hey, y'all.
Oh, hey, Miss Lavender, you speaking to me?
Watch the view go down. Oh man!
So, did you guys miss us? A lot has gone on in the world, and so we're going to talk about all of the shenanigans. And I feel like all of these shenanigans that we got down here literally happened this month, within these last 26 days. It
happened in the days that we were not here.
Yeah.
It transpired over that time frame. We picked that in particular. So yeah, it's during the time we weren't live.
Yeah, very interesting. Okay, Palm Beach. The Blaines is all over the place. Okay, got Japo in Denver. Well, he moved fast. I just saw him.
Oh boy.
So we just want to with all the stuff that's going on being so negative, we want to start on a light note and end on a lighter note. So let's just ask, how was you guys Juneteenth? Did you guys celebrate? Did you have the day off? What did you do?
I took off, friend. I took off on Juneteenth, and you know that number went down, my friend. You ain't right. You are not right. So I took off work on Juneteenth. Y'all comment down below if you took off work on Juneteenth, because I sure did. Okay.
Well, for me, Juneteenth fell on Monday, and I don't work on Monday, so that's
you
that.
Lucky duck.
There's
that.
I
took off on Juneteenth, and I was like, I'm out because it is Juneteenth. I made sure I was clear. I was like, I'm out because it is Juneteenth, and I will be at home somewhere minding my business. That was the goal. That was the intent, and that's what I did. I sat and enjoyed myself.
I feel like this weekend we had went to so many other events that Saturday and Sunday that by the time Monday came along, it was like, can we relax from the weekend? But I did go to a friend's house. She had a Juneteenth celebration. She had all the foods and all the colored punches and all that stuff. It was good. It was great. I made macaroni and cheese for that event.
Friends, so much happened. We had
I didn't work on Mondays plus Father's Day weekend. Yes, it was Father's Day weekend. So
Father's Day. Can we give it up for the dads that watch the Melanin Mindset? We love y'all. Happy Father's Day. And a special happy Father's Day to my father. And of course, special happy Father's Day to what would I call him?
Daddy Stan. My dad.
Dad Stan. Yeah, about that. So he said, because Toyota, I don't know which one.
Toyota served all the employees watermelon to celebrate Juneteenth. So are we upset with that or not? Because I would have been super hyped because watermelon is in season and it tastes great right now. And honestly, I'd have been all for it.
they were cracking jokes. Okay, the whole diversity, equity, and inclusion team at that particular Toyota.
Mm-hmm.
And when it was
But
brought up
how
to
is that a
them,
diversity, equity, and inclusion team? That's all.
just let me finish. And so, and then the employee is the one who actually went and posed a question because the employees were mad.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope y'all are following my story, because if you're not, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So the employee went and talked to the diversity, equity, and inclusion team, and all they did was laugh. They laughed in her face.
In the person face.
Yep,
Oh, okay.
because she felt offended for her friends because her friends were offended. So she felt offended with them. Like, y'all ain't right for that. You know, why?
Mm-hmm.
And you should have seen it, friend. You would not have been happy with this watermelon. It's like they took the ends of all the watermelons they could find and just cut like the butts off the watermelon and cut the butt part in half. Yeah, yeah, babe.
Interesting.
Send it to kids so she can see it. Not
Interesting.
not me telling him through the thing to to share it to you. I'm trying to find
Very,
it because you
very
need to see this.
interesting.
Girl, I think you. Oh,
So
here it is.
anybody who was at work or know of anybody's at work, did your job do anything to commemorate Juneteenth? Did your town, city do anything to commemorate Juneteenth?
Now,
I
girl, you
saw a
know
lot of
Atlanta
things
was
going
lit.
on. Yeah, you're in a great place. I saw a couple of things going on. Not a lot. More stuff probably was going on down in Miami. But as for Palm Beach, where I am, yeah, we might have had a picnic or two going on.
Mm. I
Not
sent it
much.
to you on Instagram, friend, so you can see the booties
Oh,
of this
you did?
watermelon. I
Okay, okay.
did. Yes, because Toyota tried it. They tried it. I don't want us to get too hung up on that because I know it ain't on the list, but they tried it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
So
start that next one while I look for it.
yeah, I'm about to. I'm about to. All right, so here we go, y'all. So we all celebrated in our way, one way or another, Juneteenth, and enjoyed our holiday. Me personally taking off, and some of y'all just chilling out at the cookout, and that's up to you. That's your business, okay? So the first thing on the list of things that have transpired in the last 3 weeks is a young man, 14-year-old. He ends up losing his innocence. That's the nicest way for me to put it. He lost his innocence. Why did he lose his innocence? I'm sure you're curious. It is because of an argument between his mother and some other dude at a hot dog stand. A dude who doesn't know how to keep his hands to himself. So, friend, go ahead.
So there's still some holes in the story, but apparently lady and man at a hot dog stand, but I swore they was arguing over chicken. But anyway, in the articles it say hot dog stand. Because I thought he said you better get your chicken and shut up. So I thought that's what he said. I was like, but then they say hot dog stand. No, he might have just said get your food. Maybe I'm being stereotypical and assuming they was getting chicken. That's my bad. But
It was
anyway,
a hot dog stand. Every outlet says hot dog stand.
every outlet does say hot dog stand, definitely does. But I don't know
Oh.
why chicken's in my head. Maybe I'm hungry. But anyway, I divert. So the guy, so they say the mother texted or called the son telling him to come in the store and shoot the guy, or whether she told him to come in and shoot the guy or just come in because stuff was getting out of hand. She told her 14-year-old to come into the store. So when the 14-year-old gets in the store, he's watching what's going on, and the man punches the crap out of his mother repeatedly. After that, the 14-year-old shot him. The man ran away. The mom and the son ran after him and shot him again in the back until he died.
So I did find a what you call it too that broke that down, and it says the mom did not tell the son to come inside to kill him. The son was standing there when the argument escalated, and mom told him to go to the car, not get a gun from the car. So they cleared that up. Mom told him to go to the car.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, he was 14, and based on the scenario, clearly he was sent with his mama. It wasn't in the, early hours of the day.
Yeah.
And he probably felt obligated to defend his mother.
Absolutely. I might have felt obligated even if the way that man hit that woman.
Mm-hmm.
If that was my mama, I'm sorry, his fate would still be the same.
Homie came up off the ground and hit her. Like, he took his body.
I always still have a problem with Who the heck was recording this?
That part.
Like,
Because it didn't look like surveillance footage. That camera was moving.
That camera was somebody standing at the door too.
Mm-hmm.
She did. The man thought he was talking to him. I'm not sure what that's referencing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and so they both were arrested. Both the son and the mother were arrested. Today, I think charges were dropped and they were released. And they saw it as self-defense. Pretty sure there's a lot of mixed feelings about this, but I don't know anybody who could watch their mama get belted like that and have the ability to do something about it and not do nothing about it.
That part, I don't think there's too many people who could see anybody relatively close to them. Well, no, that's not even true, because there wouldn't be so many videos of people getting beat up and nobody getting involved. So
yeah,
I guess that's not true what I was about to say, so I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I don't think there's too many people who could watch. No.
That was crazy. It's sad that, because now that 14-year-old, that's a trauma in his life forever. Like, it's really sad that that child had to go through that.
So y'all comment down below if it was your mom. All right, pause. Get it together, Mark. Ooh, get it together. Listen, if it was your mom and you were in that situation, no matter your age, and even the parents out there, if you're a parent and you were going through that situation, and let's not look at it from I wish it would. Don't look from there. Let's say the situation was your situation. How would you expect your child to respond? Friend, I'm going to ask you, because you've got a few different children to pick from. So out of your children, do you think they are all likely, or is there one more likely than the other to have that snap reaction? Like, did you just touch my mom? Like,
when I look at that situation, the way he hit her, I believe, I don't know. A couple of my kids on here, you can ask them. But I honestly believe it would have, first of all, if my kids was there, it wouldn't have got that far, because we would have, you want to act a nut, then we leave you acting a nut. But if hands got thrown, yeah, like I said, that man's fate would have resulted the same way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. And I don't know that it would have took a gun for his fate to end that way.
No.
I'm going to just be honest. I'm going to just be for real.
My squad deep. You might have got stomped to death.
Speaking of stomp, that's the next topic, friend. Apparently that was Jocelyn Hernandez's decision, was to stomp someone after the Floyd Mayweather fight. Okay, so y'all know Jocelyn Hernandez and Jocelyn's cabaret and her dancers and stuff like that. She got a really good opportunity to go perform at the Floyd Mayweather fight. And after the fight, tensions kind of got high, and Jocelyn did what Jocelyn does. Now, her defense, okay? Jocelyn says that she is calculated in her methods, movements, and actions.
Yeah.
So she says when she behaves the way that we keep catching her behaving, it's because someone threatened her or tried her. She's like, I don't just recklessly do that.
Now, I don't know if you know, before the Mayweather thing, they're on a reality show somewhere where a fight had broke out between the same people that I believe this fight started.
Lex and Jocelyn.
Yeah. So, and they didn't really give us all the details of what happened on College Hill. I feel like they cut it kind of short.
But, I missed College Hill. I ain't watch it yet.
And I didn't see that either. But I definitely saw Jocelyn slapping anybody who came in arm's reach. And that thing was funny.
Listen, it's like Jocelyn, bro.
He swung on any and everybody who was in arm's reach. Security got it. I think a fly got swatted. She was hitting everything in reach.
Not a fly got swatted, friend. But wait,
she did get arrested. She got 4 charges, which she was on the Breakfast Club shortly after that, and she was just telling them, like, I can't really speak on the situation because it's still an open
situation
case or whatever situation. Yeah, but y'all keep playing with Jocelyn. She keeps showing y'all she got hands.
Right? Because that's where I heard it too on the Breakfast Club. She was saying, she can't really talk about the case. She said all she needs people to know is that the only time she behaves that way is when she feels threatened. And then they made a comment about her husband, saying that does her husband jump in, because she's dating a big African dude. So they were like, does your husband jump in and stuff like that? He goes, oh, no. He's very respectful of the women, and all my husband ever does, because he knows me, all my husband ever does is make sure nobody is jumping in from the outside while I can't watch my own back. But no, he lets me. I'm like, oh, your husband know you about that life, okay?
He already knows.
But friend, that's not all that happened that night. How about during it's Floyd Mayweather versus John Gotti?
Okay.
And Mayweather won. I'm sorry, spoiler alert for anybody who watches boxing backwards, like after it's over. Mayweather won, so Gotti was not thrilled. John Gotti was not okay that he lost the fight. So his camp, picture this, versus Mayweather's camp. It wasn't pretty.
I don't think I wouldn't even assume it was.
It wasn't pretty. And so far we've got I've got clips for both of those things. The first thing we talked about, and for the Mayweather brawl, because that's exactly what it was. It was a brawl. But not playing.
Like people losing it out here. It's crazy.
And I mean, they don't care. People is risking it all. So on from that was a lighter one, friend. That was a little
not really. The fact that these grown people was out here fighting is really sad.
It is
really sad. No, what about before we move on past that, let's go back to Jocelyn and the comment about her being a black woman.
Oh, girl.
Because a lot of people had little chimes in on this one.
Y'all can comment and let us know what you think, okay? Do you feel as though our Hispanic sisters and brothers are also black?
Not
I'm
all
gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it like that. Like our brown skinned Hispanic sisters and brothers, right? Do you consider them black? I'm not gonna let in one way or the other on how I feel. I want to see what the people have to say.
So you're asking if black Hispanics are black? He kind of answered the question.
I said brown-skinned Latinx sisters and brothers. Is it appropriate or acceptable for them to refer to themselves as black men and women?
Well, remember on the N-word episode that guy talking about he said, I'm done.
I'm done.
Yes, because I'm not gonna say it, but yeah.
Oh boy,
he was that N-word.
Uh-oh. We got. I missed one right above that. They are black. Some just don't know it. And then we have, yes, the heritage comes from Africa.
Okay.
What's your thoughts, friend?
Okay, so here are my thoughts, and my thoughts are just plainly fact. So all these countries and all these lands was taken over by other people, and the commingling of nations happened. So your nationality is the country that you live in. I'm American. My friend here is American. All of us who were born here are American.
Hello, Americans. Whether you like it or not.
Yeah. If I was born in, give me a Spanish country. If I was born in Rio or Cuba, I'm Cuban. If I was born in Colombia, I'm Colombian. If I'm born in Jamaica, I'm Jamaican. That does not say anything about the color of my skin. To say that I'm black is me subscribing to race. Race is made up by the non-melanated people to decide, and it was all based on just the color of your skin, just how you look.
Right.
So based on how you look, based on how Jocelyn looks, she's black. If she just walks in the room, says nothing, stands there, or if you just see a picture of her, you're going to say it's a black woman. You're probably going to say maybe she light skinned, maybe she mixed, but you don't know what's her nationality or what her ethnicity is by looking at her. All you can see is what they've came up with as race, is how she looks. She looks black. And I remember us having this discussion at school. Y'all know I always got a story. When at school I had a student, and the student referred to herself as a white woman. She said, as a white woman from Colombia. And the black students were like, wait a minute, you can't be Colombian and white. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm white. Can you see? And then clearly, definitely looks like a white woman. If she didn't open her mouth and I didn't hear a Hispanic accent, she would fall in the white woman category.
The white
So,
woman.
yes. So that whole thing of race, and if you think about it, what other race is it? It's either you black or white, because that's
That
how they
part.
made it up. Because that's how
Wherever
they
you're
made it up.
located, you're either black or white. And I don't even regret to inform you. I was about to say I regret to inform you, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
regret
made
to
up.
inform you.
It's not like when you think of even if you go back into the Bible and read the Bible, it was Jesus of Nazareth. Like it was where you were from.
It's like we still using context clues to confirm what color Jesus was. And
Because you
you
don't
know,
know
I'm just
what
saying
color
because
he
you
was.
don't know.
All you
It
know is
doesn't
what his
say.
nationality was.
And his descriptors. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got. So I'm just saying. I'm sure people
So
gonna be
once
mad at
y'all
that one. But
decide to stop getting hung up on the blackness and the whiteness, like let it go. Just know that all of us is mixed up with a little bit of something everywhere, so it don't matter anyway.
I'm just saying, it's not like they're saying they're black to get an advantage, because we all know that's not the case.
Exactly.
So
if somebody say they black, then let them be black, because they ain't getting no brownie points.
Friend, listen, I want to run through the next topic before we go to break. So when we come back to break, we can talk about something that's really worth talking about.
Okay.
So the next one is December 11th is Trump's court date, or the day that they'll start proceedings to build a jury, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's another date in August somewhere that's kind of floating around as a potential, because of course we all know hashtag Trump 2024, right?
Mm.
So because of that, then they need to hurry up and get the documents and start the proceedings, so that way he doesn't miss his date or his opportunity to be in the running.
Okay.
So yeah, So with that being said, I just have a few statistics here on
I don't even know what is he even being. I haven't.
That's where
followed
I'm
this, 'cause it
going.
was such nonsense.
So the charges are actually against Trump and another man. All right, Walt Nata, and I could be saying that incorrectly. He improperly, between Trump and Nata, they improperly retained 31 classified documents at his Florida home. And it includes items such as information on nuclear and military capabilities for other countries. So altogether, a 37. There's reports saying 37. Some reports are saying 38. Count indictment was filed on June the 8th, and his charges read as follows. There we go. All right, so here we go. Here are the 37 counts. This is based off the number 37.
You're not about to sit here and read 37 counts.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
We don't care that much.
Friend, no, I'm not about to.
I was about to hang up and call you back. I don't care.
Friend, we doing current events. We gotta get through all of it, girl. All right, so listen. So this is based off. This is based off the 37, y'all. So it's 31 counts of willful retention of national defense information, 3 counts of withholding or concealing documents in a federal investigation, 2 counts of false statements. How did they only get him on 2 counts of false statements? But that's another conversation.
Fake news.
that should be a count by itself. And then his final count is conspiracy to obstruct justice. So I encourage you all to look this up and see what all of those things mean, because they do definitely have a purpose. It said that the minimum fine could be $1,000 per count with 6 months minimum time. Maximum time is 10 years per count. Y'all, I'm just saying, that's that. So, friend, do you remember that we're brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel?
I do.
I'm just saying, give it up one time for Dianu. Y'all go ahead and click down in the link below and shop Dianu Apparel, and make sure you're using promo code Melanin Mindset when you check out to save 15% on your purchases. So if you're not already shopping with Dianu, I'm telling you want to do it. It's African inspired prints, but hang with us. We'll be right back. What's good, Mindset family? The Melanin Mindset is thrilled to announce we are the newest brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel. Dianu Apparel is a Black-owned apparel company that offers trendy African-inspired prints in each and every garment. They're offering our listeners 15% off their purchases just by using promo code Melanin Mindset. There's something for him, there's something for her, and there's even something for the kids. So head right over to dianu.com using the description link down below, or just simply enter Melanin Mindset at checkout and save today. Thank y'all so much for hanging in there with us. We are back. So listen, if you're not already subscribed to the Melanin Mindset, go ahead and subscribe right now. Subscribe right now. Turn on those notification bells and give this a thumbs up. If you're viewing us out on Facebook, go ahead and follow the Melanin Mindset. Drop a comment down below as well. Share this with someone you care about and like this video. Last but not least, TikTok, Instagram and Twitter. Girl, it's been a minute. Instagram and Twitter, Melanin Mindset _ and TikTok at the Melanin Mindset. So make sure you are plugging in anywhere you can plug in. And friend, I'm sorry. I don't know if they missed this or not, but I'm there it is. There it is. Nick and Naya rocking their Dianu apparel, okay? And listen, if you all are out there shopping with our promo code and you got your Dianu apparel, send us your pictures. Tag the Melanin Mindset and make sure you let us know that you are out there wearing Dianu, because we will switch the picture once or twice with you. All right. So make sure that you are shopping Dianu apparel, saving 15% clearance included. And remember too, you can shop Melanin Mindset apparel and become an official MFer. Y'all give it up one time for the one time. That part. So go ahead and become an official MFer by scanning the code right here or clicking the link in the chat, and you too can have your Melanin Mindset gear. Well, thank you. Somebody just scanned the code. So thank you. But yeah, so you too can have your Melanin Mindset apparel. And to anybody out there, because we know y'all out there who have bought Melanin Mindset apparel, please tag us when you wear it so that we can share you wearing your Melanin Mindset apparel.
It's gonna be Nick and Naya again. They're the only ones that they'll be doing the right thing.
They're the only one who gonna follow instructions. All right. That's all right. But all right, friends. So we got past that last point there. So let's just dive right into this despicable woman, Crystal Candelario, age 31.
Yeah. Okay. So Crystal is a mother of 2 children. Crystal decides to go on a vacation. There's still just so many questions I have behind this story. So somehow Crystal's parents took the older child to vacation with them, but she also had a 16-month-old. This chick goes to Puerto Rico and Detroit, leaves the baby in the house in a playpen for 10 days.
Yeah.
Needless to say, when she got home, child is extremely dehydrated and no longer with us. Her case, she is to be charged with murder. The case hasn't started. Just happened June 16th that the baby was found. The neighbors say she leaves the child all the time.
I think they need to get them neighbors too.
At what point, how many times did she leave the child before you see? These are the times people call child protective service because they be mad at you. And that I find to be despicable. But this woman was actually physically leaving this 1-year-old in the house, and y'all didn't call anybody?
But you knew about it.
And you knew she was leaving the child, and the neighbor said, we tell her all the time, stop doing that, don't do that. Once I'll tell you, don't you ever do that again in your life, and if I find out you did it again, I'm calling the people on you.
My thing is this: how is the neighbor out to tell the story? It wasn't in Florida. It couldn't have been in Florida.
Where was it? It was in Chicago, Ohio.
Yeah, it couldn't have been in Florida.
Ohio?
Couldn't have been in Florida.
I don't know. I'm probably getting all these stories mixed up.
Girl, everybody on the block would have been in jail. They couldn't have been in Florida.
Because I'm like, I know this baby had to be crying at some point. Nobody heard the baby crying.
That baby suffered.
This is really sad. It was really sad. Like, and I want to say this, if you guys don't know, you can drop an unwanted baby off at your local fire department.
Yep.
And they will not ask any questions.
Friend, fun fact.
Mm.
There was actually a baby dropped off at the fire department in the last 3 weeks. It just
Wow.
didn't fit into the story directly. So
Mhm.
a baby was dropped off in the last 3 weeks, and immediately the officer who retrieved the baby from the bin, because apparently there is a safety bin that
Yeah.
you put on this particular fire department. You
There
put the
is in
baby in
all
the
of them.
safety
There's
bin.
somewhere you can put a baby.
Yeah, and you close it up and it locks, and then they have on the other side they can open it and remove the baby, but it's temperature controlled. It was safe. They gave a good description on the article I was reading.
Mhm.
Long story short, basically what happened when this person, we don't know, we'll never know, whoever dropped the baby off, the officer who retrieved the baby, little did anyone know, he and his wife had been trying to start a family.
Oh wow.
They adopted the baby,
They
and it was
adopted the
almost an
baby.
immediate approval. And I don't know what they're going through, what proceedings they're going through now, but they were approved in this last few weeks to adopt the
Aw.
baby. So that's a beautiful thing. Shout out to them. And
Mhm.
the baby was technically adopted, but of course, they've got a few things they need to go through. But yeah, so they're getting
Yes.
that baby. So
When
you
you
sure
get to a
can.
point where you don't feel like you can take, like, there's places, take them to a neighbor, take them somewhere where there's people. These stories I'm hearing about these children, like, my God, my 10 days, you just up and went on a trip and came back. What did you
10
think you were
days.
going to find? Does
What
this
were you
person have
doing?
mental problems? Like, I don't understand. Well, clearly they got mental problems to leave your child for 10 days. But is there something else wrong? Like, did you realize the baby was going to be dead when you came back? I have so many questions.
The thing is this, that clearly, okay, if the neighbor is saying that they've done it a few times, clearly that baby has maybe been famished but alive when they returned in the past. And so
No,
they
that's
probably
crazy.
just pushed it. They probably pushed it.
That's
And
crazy.
girl, listen, we talking about babies. We talking about babies, Lord. There's a woman in Florida who allowed her pit bull to maul her 3-month-old.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, because now you know that we're talking about it. All of the stuff gonna come up on the phone
Everything.
now.
Everything. Girl. No, I saw this story too. I told you Baller Alert was tripping, and y'all, that ain't no promo for Baller Alert, but I'm just saying they be sharing all the crazy stories, the crazy stuff that's been going on. But yeah, in Florida, this woman, 21, she told the police that she bought a 3-month-old puppy from Facebook less than 24 hours before it attacked her baby. Ate
That
some of
don't
the
sound
baby.
right.
It ate some of the baby's fingers. I have no idea how that would have
That don't
worked,
sound right. They made that dog do that.
but yeah.
3-month-old pit bull? No, they made that. They trained that dog to be a killer or attack that baby. That's disgusting.
I'm sorry, I mixed it up. The dog is 3 months old. The dog is 3 months old. But yeah.
Mm.
And she didn't even get arrested
You should
until four
have.
months after it happened. No, she's in jail now. But it was four
Mm.
months afterwards when it happened, which means
Mm.
that's how the story got
Yeah,
to where it
that's because
is.
they were in Florida, which brings us to the next case that
That
happened in
part.
Florida.
Oh, go ahead, friend.
This one just happened not too long ago. The lady's name, AJ Owens, was murdered in Florida on June 18th. So this is what had happened. Susan, how do I say her name? Susan Lawrence, 58-year-old white woman.
What is she?
She's a white woman.
White
Was
woman.
cursing and yelling at these kids for playing too close to her house. So they weren't on her property. This was too close for her comfort.
Look, I'm not sure.
It was witnesses say she broke one of the child's iPad. She threw a skate at the kids. So it was more than just one kid. I think it was three of them. There's the lady AJ. She had three kids. They were like 11, 9, and then a little one. But she threw a skate at them and was cursing at them, called them little slaves and stuff like that. And so, of course, what do you do at 9, 12, 5? You go tell your mom. Mom, this lady broke my iPad. She threw a skate. Da, 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 da. So the mom goes to go speak to the lady.
She goes to be a mom.
She goes to be a mom. Kids in tow. Goes over here to say, like, what is your problem? Like, what did my kids do so terrible that you would break their iPad and throw a skate at them? They're small children. The lady shot and killed AJ. She shot her through a closed, locked door. Like, this door didn't even have windows. Like, it was a good old sturdy door. Shot her through the door. She got shot in the chest and died in front of her children. This lady did not get arrested for 4 days. She just, because of Florida's stand your ground law, they needed more evidence to arrest her. The dead lady and the bullet hole through her door wasn't enough.
No, through the locked door.
Through the locked door wasn't
the locked
enough.
Door.
She was initially charged with second-degree murder. The attorney dropped the charges to manslaughter because she's claiming self-defense. She felt threatened for her life. Good old Florida. The 9-year-old is, of course, traumatized and blames himself. He thinks he should. Now it's like your kids are scared to tell that something bad happened to them because they don't want something bad to happen to their parents.
Right. And then I heard the thing you were playing, and they were like basically saying that the police even told the little boy, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. That little boy is not stupid. Mm-hmm. It's not his fault in a bad way. But he knows his chain of events led to that moment. And it's hard to look at that.
Yeah.
Like,
and that was why the attorney was demanding so hard that no, this lady needs to be arrested. Because what message are you sending to the children? Like, you're sending a message to the children and they're not going to tell now. And that was like one thing when we had that episode about what goes on in my house. It's like, you're going to have kids out here really getting hurt and being in situations where they're unsafe and they won't say anything because they're trying to protect their parents. Like, that's messed up. Mm-hmm. It's hard enough for parents to be out here trying to protect their children. And now you got the kids feeling like they need to protect their parents.
Right. What are y'all thoughts on this one? What are your thoughts on this one? I know that what happens a lot of times is people, well, I don't know. A lot of people end up taking on a fear mentality when things like this happen. It's like, even down to the lady who had the road rage that just happened over the weekend, where she honked at somebody and she ended up coming face to face with a guy with a gun. The guy literally followed her to her destination, got out his car with a gun and chased her.
That's bananas. And it really does. It really makes you have to walk around on eggshells. Like, you got to pick your battles. But I will say this, I mean, now, because you're not about to just come for my children and I not do nothing. But now it's just like, we're going to have to start getting more friendly with our local police officers. We're going to have to, because I'm going to have to call the sheriff office. I'm in where I'm at. You would call the sheriff office and say, I need you to come so that this issue could be taken care of. Because
that's fact. Sometimes, and it sucks too, because the worst thing that can happen is another fear is sparked, because us as people, we end up feeling anxiety even with just engaging with the police.
Because now anybody who look like this woman, I'm scared of.
Right.
Because if you just look at her, you already know she looked like she about to call the manager. She looked like one of them. She do. She looked like she's going to ask for the manager.
No. I was trying to make it look like I had a shirt on and I pulled
that's true. Yeah, we have to communicate our officials in the right way. We do. Because honestly, half of them, especially depending on what the neighborhood, they just as scared as we are.
That part.
All they want to do is work and get home too.
Friend, I'm trying to think of some lighthearted things. Did you see the reel that's floating around where the black lady, her wig was clamped in the trunk? And the police showed up because somebody called saying there was a body in there. And it was the way he said
it. I knew, because he already knew she was going to be nervous.
He was like, are you a hairstylist? He was like,
you're not going to believe this. Funny thing. We got a call.
Like, okay, so boom. We got this phone call, right? And somebody told us that they think maybe, but no. Are you like a hairstylist or something?
And she was
I love.
They were like, well, there's hair hanging out of your trunk. She's like, oh my God, that's my wig.
That's my wig. Can I get my wig? And he was like, oh yeah, go ahead. Be careful. Take your time. It's okay. We knew it was something, but yeah, no. They didn't assume. They didn't assess the situation and jump to a conclusion. Yes, there were a lot of police present and they had to be there because somebody said they think it's a body in the trunk. So just in case, they do need to be present. But that officer, I mean, kudos to that officer for real, because he handled that so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he handled that so well. And Jimmy said we have to help them do their job. Yeah, in some way, shape, or form. But sometimes, I'm gonna just be real. I still get anxiety.
I
Um,
definitely do.
so y'all, we all know about this.
Mm-hmm.
The submersible that got
Mm-hmm.
submersed. Um,
Yeah. Okay. So everybody keeps talking about the submarine. It wasn't a submarine. If anybody saw this little thing,
it was a
it
caravan.
was a can. It was a giant can with a window that these people got in to be dropped down to the bottom of the ocean to see the Titanic.
Now, wait a minute. I do want to say a thing first. Please note, in no way, shape, or form are we laughing about the fact that people lost their lives. People lost their lives at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
But what we are intrigued by is the chain of events.
But this
Okay?
is the melanin mindset, and we do approach things the way melanated people see things. And the way we
Period.
see this is why did it seems senseless to have lost 5 lives to go see something where over 1,500 lives were done. If you wanted to see some dead people, why didn't you just go visit your local cemetery? Like, you
That
could have
part.
got in the can and put some wheels on it and drove to the cemetery. And then the thing about it was like what they were looking at, you couldn't even see clearly. They had a game control. Like, it sounds absurd.
It was
And it's
mind
really
boggling.
sad that these people lost their life and nobody thought to go,
Don't.
maybe this isn't a good idea.
My thing is this: the 19-year-old that was in the submersible did not want to be in the submersible. According to a
Mm-hmm.
report by his aunt, he has, ever since a young child, been very eager to please his father. And
Like most
he
young men.
said, yeah, like most young men. And
Mm-hmm.
he said, he didn't want to do it. And his dad basically told him, like, why would he be scared to live life? But can we talk about the CEO of this company being in this submersible? And he says, if you're going to be afraid to do things, you might as well not get out of bed. And then also, he has never been one for regulations.
Okay.
This is who you're going to let pilot the ship,
Yeah.
the
And this
submersible,
is
the
why
submarine.
this and as much as I don't think it's funny to laugh at somebody's demise, but when you just listen to it, it makes it so easy.
So easy.
Like,
It's so easy. It's
like
not, and it's
what?
like
And then I think it was a guy who was supposed to, give the thumbs up, the thumbs down, the safety wise, and they were saying he wouldn't sign off on it being safe, so they fired him.
they fired him. He said the glass in the front, the little porthole they had,
Mm-hmm.
he said that it didn't have enough. It wasn't approved for pressure, the amount of pressure it would need
Yeah.
to go
Mm-hmm.
down that deep. And it wasn't off by a little bit. I could see if it was off by like 2 meters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the pressure was measured by the number of meters below sea level, right? And so it's like it wasn't just a couple of meters. Like
Yeah.
it was thousands of meters
Yeah.
off. It was thousands of meters off.
Mm-hmm.
You get what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
that was this whole the Simpsons predicting stuff. Yeah, there was a whole episode because that was the whole thing.
There were 2 episodes.
It was. I just remember the one where it was like he got in contact with his father, so it was the father and son going down in these little submarine. Well, they was actually in submarines, and then
They
yeah,
lost
and Homer
contact.
running out of oxygen.
Yeah, he ran out of oxygen. And then the other one, they were actually on a submarine. They were in a submarine, and they ended up, having some complications. One of the previous workers for the company stated a few years ago this thing wasn't safe. Yes, that's who they fired.
Yeah.
That's who they fired. He told them there's no
He
way
kept
that this
telling
can
them that it
happen.
wasn't safe, and then I guess because I don't know, and then it's like I don't know if he was supposed to make it safe or if they just got tired of him saying it wasn't safe, they fired him.
According to him, he said something to the effect of it was because the cost was too extensive to upgrade the glass. I'm like, the cost was too how much was it to replace the
How
glass?
much did
They
that
paid
glass cost? Because then each one,
$250,000
I was
to
gonna
be
say,
on
did each
this
person
boat.
pay
I mean, on this thing.
and then that couldn't help replace the glass? Child, I don't know.
I know they didn't pay day of.
I don't know.
I know they bought tickets. Like,
I don't know, but may they rest in peace.
Yeah, may they rest in peace. Listen, well, on another note, because I've been trying to bring up some of these topics, friend, because I know it was real depressing putting these things together. The Titanic will be returning to Netflix on the 1st of July.
And I want every last one of y'all to give it a thumbs down. Y'all better not watch that foolishness.
The Titanic will be back on Netflix.
Go on and
July
give it a thumbs
1st,
down.
okay?
Because clearly it's causing people to do things that are nonsensical and putting their lives at danger.
Oh boy. Friend, that was a real tear. Oh, my makeup. My makeup. But yeah.
Goodness. This next one is on you, friend.
Oh, what's the next one? Let me see.
The fake meat.
Y'all. So while y'all was up here watching a submersible, right? While y'all was watching a submersible and they were giving out $100 million as a payoff for somebody to surface the unsurfaceable, okay? They approved, the USDA approved lab-grown meat. Y'all, listen. I'm sorry. This one right here just kind of sent me over the edge.
Just so that let's be clear. So this doesn't mean that we're growing an animal that was born and maybe we're just growing it a little faster. This means we are taking some other substances.
No, they're saying, so what got approved is chicken. So y'all, pork, beef, fish, that wasn't approved. What got approved was chicken. Okay, it's specifically chicken, and they're saying in the articles that basically what's going to take is another set of rigorous research and rigorous approvals to get the other forms of meat. But it's chicken, so we're only working with chicken right now. All right. So here's what happens: they got the green light on June the 21st. The two companies are called Upside Foods and Good Meat. Ironic, their name is Good Meat. They got the green light to start production. So it's called cell-based meat. Cell-based meat. This cell-based meat is grown using amino acid and massive bioreactors. And y'all, I'm not no chemist, so I had to look up what a bioreactor was. Okay?
Okay, what's a bioreactor?
A bioreactor refers to any manufactured device or system that supports a biologically active environment. So they're basically taking cells from eggs and fertilized eggs, and they're multiplying them basically into the form of the chicken. And these cells can be replicated for up to 10 years. And the good news is
there's no good news about this.
The good news is that, like I said, those cells can be replicated for up to 10 years. And they don't have to kill animals to do it. Yeah.
So, like, it's okay. I'm just not eating chicken anymore.
Friend, listen, another cool thing that happened in these last few weeks that we haven't been live, and probably a little bit longer than them last couple of weeks, is I had stopped eating meat. I stopped eating meat. Y'all, it's just veggies over here. Okay? I quit eating meat as a whole. So that had to change. But I'm glad I did it when I did. You see, it was just in time, friend. Because now look what's happening.
Because now the chicken, we don't know it's the chicken. You be like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? The cells.
Listen, who knows?
The cells.
It had to be the egg.
The cells.
It had to be the egg because they're getting the cells from the fertilized egg. Yeah.
But the chicken had to fertilize the egg.
I wonder what the shelf life is going to be. But the chef, listen, how about they got Chef Jose Andres to be the one to bring it to his restaurant.
Andres.
Yeah, they got him. He's going to be bringing it to his he's going to be bringing it to his restaurant first. So that's where you can try it. But it's not going to be immediate. It probably won't be rapid in the process at all. And as far as it getting to shelves, it'll be a year or two, maybe 3, before we see it in an actual grocery store.
God, please, it's in them grocery stores. We just don't know.
Listen, friend, I told you what the craziest part was for me. It was the fact that they said in order for them to generate their very first burger, it cost them $300,000. But then the other company called Good Meat said we could produce it for $50,000. And I'm just like, $300,000 to make one burger versus it'll take you $50. I don't want no parts of the $300,000, but I trust that one more than I do you telling me you were able to do it for $50.
Capitalism wins every time. Anyway, on a lighter note, because we got about 10 minutes left.
Can we do the today years old and then move on to the lighter note so we end on something happy?
No, because that's gonna make me mad and I'm gonna go down a whole nother rabbit hole.
Oh, Father, go for it.
Yes. So BET Awards came on last night. Did y'all watch it? If you didn't, if you know anything about the BET Awards, it's about to play every other hour for the next 5 days. So catch it.
Yep.
Or stream it on BET Plus. 50 years of hip hop. It was funny because I watched it with my daughters, and my oldest daughter had like this realization that her parents are the first generation of hip hop. And I'm like, yeah, like hip hop is only 50, hip hop is young. Hip hop is only 50 years old. Like, yeah.
Yes,
I pretty much was born into the early stages of hip hop. So we always have a definition around here. So what is hip hop? Hip hop is a cultural movement that attained widespread popularity in the 80s and the 90s. Also, backing music from rap, musical style incorporating rhythmic or rhyming speech that became a movement, most lasting and influential art form. So, the birth of hip hop is to date back to August 11th, 1973. That's why it's 2023 and we're celebrating 50 years. DJ Hurt, real name Clive Campbell, and his friend Cooler Rock hosted a party, and at this party is when they were playing all these raps and rhymes, and this is where we believe hip hop was birthed, at this back to school party in 1973. First rapper is recorded as Curtis Walker, and first rap song is Rapper's Delight. Y'all know Rapper's Delight. Say the hip hop, hip to the hip,
hip hop, and you don't stop.
Hey, it's a rocket to the bang bang boogie, say up jumps the wicked to the rhythm of the beat. Yes. So that's Sugar Hill Gang.
We do not own rights to that music.
The first, we do not own any rights to this music at all. I feel like it's old enough now. That's one of those songs that's old enough now that you should be able to play without any. But anyway, Rapper's Delight was released in 1979. It became the first rap song that was played on the radio. So, Curtis Blow, you know who Curtis Blow is, friend?
I do.
You know his song, what his first song was?
His first song? No, but I was looking at the list. If These Are the Breaks was his first song,
yeah.
If that really was his first song, then yes, I knew his first song. I don't think I knew.
Everybody.
Hey. But no, I don't know that I knew that was his first song.
These are the breaks.
Yeah, that was.
I know Linda Lavender know these songs.
Listen, that part.
Everybody on here know these songs because you heard.
I know songs. You do.
And basketball was my jam. Playing basketball.
Friend, you gonna get us marked, bro. That note was too close. They're gonna be like, it is muted out in these territories during that 3 seconds of her singing that.
Yeah, the BET Awards, I thought the BET Awards are really good. You know, sometimes it's hard for us who were in the beginning of this hip hop era to swallow these new artists. But you know, I think they did their thing. It was a couple of them that I was like, yeah, why? But they did their thing. But the highlight of the evening was Busta Rhymes getting the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Bus.
Like, Busta Rhymes came on the scene and gave us something different and unique. And I don't care who you are, like, you gotta love Busta.
You better love Busta.
You better love Busta. I felt there were some artists who were not there that should have been. Oh, absolutely. But I do believe this Lifetime Achievement Award that Busta Rhymes got was well deserved.
Absolutely.
Just even when people talk about him as just a person, not even just as an artist, like he's a good guy. He's a stand-up guy. He shows his love and affection, and like I think it was well deserved. The show he put on, child, when he got to represent in Jamaica, honey, they was turned up. It was so good.
I know that's supposed to say Busta Rhymes, but that autocorrect is disrespectful. Busta Rhymes came prepared. Okay.
Rhyme.
Listen.
You over here doing talk to text.
Listen, I had to give myself an applause because you know I be getting hooked up on Jimmy's
Yes.
comments.
Oh, girl. Now, y'all
Okay.
don't come for Miss Patty. Miss Patty was. That's because the teleprompter wasn't working, and she was gonna read them words off that teleprompter, and she said, "What am I supposed?" She sang, "What am I supposed to do if I don't know the words?"
He said, "How do y'all feel about Tiana Taylor and the FaceTime call?"
Okay,
All
so
right.
I didn't see that part. I do have to go back because I didn't watch the whole video. But tell us about it. Tell us about it, Miami Jimmy.
Please.
What happened?
Miami Jimmy, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. The artists were cool, but Busta was the show. Flip mode.
Buster was the
Hey.
show.
Right. Busta Rhymes came. Oh, I knew what you were saying, Jimmy. I was with you
Mhm.
on that one. We were in sync just then. Yes.
Yes. Right. And then it still said telephone. It was teleprompter.
He said
Oh,
it was
it was
ghetto.
ghetto. Okay, well we're gonna see about it, and then we'll talk. We'll post
during
about
the
it.
week.
We'll post
Yeah, we'll
about it
post
on
our thoughts
Instagram or
about it.
TikTok.
Right. So, friend, I know we only got 3 minutes. So with them 3 minutes, I'm sorry. I'm sharing I was today years old.
Okay.
And y'all listen. So allergies are running rampant, right? I think I've sniffled at least 7 times since we've been live tonight. I'm just really quick with the mute button before y'all hear it. If you see my nose wiggling, it's because I'm sniffing or trying to get my life together. Okay. So allergies have been real disrespectful. Well, today my friend was rubbing her eyes and I was concerned. I was like, friend, you should take something.
And so but wait, no, you have to give a little backstory though. You have grown up with allergies your whole life, correct?
Yes.
I have never had allergies. I didn't find out until I was about maybe 30 something that I have a mild allergy to latex. Like when I wear a latex glove, my hands get real red and itchy. So that's the first time I experienced an allergy. And all I did was I don't buy latex gloves. I buy vinyl. You know, y'all know I do hair, I need gloves. So I just don't buy latex. I buy vinyl ones. The second thing I found out I was allergic to as an adult, again, is the CAT scan dye that they give you.
The contrast.
The contrast. Yes, it makes me like very bad vomiting. So what do? They give me anti-nausea medicine before I get a CAT scan. So they're still gonna give me the contrast. So go ahead, friend. Tell me about the antihistamine.
All right, so listen, she was like, what is allergy medicine anyway? And I don't know if y'all have been watching for both seasons of the Melanin Mindset, but will say what she wants to say the way she's going to say it. And she's going to just be blunt, like direct with it. She was like, what even is an antihistamine? And then here I am like, you know what's funny? I don't know.
But she was telling me to take it. Because I want to know what it's going to do when I take it.
Okay,
I said,
so
how is it going to make my eyes stop? So that's the new thing. The new thing is the itchy, runny eyes and the sneezing. I never had this in my life. But this year, I got itchy, runny eyes and sneezing. So friend tells me, you need to take an antihistamine. So
I said, take an allergy pill.
No, you said Benadryl to be specific.
Yeah, I said Benadryl or Allegra or something like Zyrtec. Yeah. And so we look it up because we like a good definition. And antihistamine, I knew was heading somewhere left, so I got the actual definition in a layman's term. So I'm gonna break it down for y'all in this way. So antihistamines is a type of drug that blocks the action of histamines, which can cause fever, itching, sneezing, and a runny nose or watery your eyes. Now that makes me say, well, what the heck even is a histamine?
That was my next question. So what's a histamine and why are we blocking it?
All right. So a histamine is the organic nitrogenous compound involved in the local immune response communication, as well as regulating physiological function in the gut and acting as a neurotransmitter to the brain, spinal cord, and uterus. Pause. Now, if you want to break it down even further, a histamine is literally the molecule that signals sending messages between cells, and it tells your stomach cells to make stomach acid, and it helps your brain stay awake. Y'all, that's why you go to sleep when you take Benadryl, not because it is a sedative. There is no sedative in Benadryl.
It's because the doggone antihistamine done shut your daggone brain down.
The histamines literally tell your body, hey, something's the matter down here, or it tells your body, it says it's helping regulate physiological function in your gut. And you're taking something that will stop that. And it's like, bro, I'm not taking. See, that's how I quit eating meat, y'all. I just need to see the right fact or the right bit of information and do the right
it says
research.
it's involved with local immune response communication. And I said, you know what? It makes sense now. All the kids that I went to school with that had allergies, they always was the first to get the cold, get the flu. They was always sick, had to stay home, had pink eye, ear infections. Yeah, because y'all taking these antihistamines and it's shutting your immune system down, shutting your brain signals down. You can't stay awake. This don't sound
Crazy.
good.
So listen, your tip of the week this week is to start reading them daggone labels. Y'all start reading what you're putting in your
When you
body.
pick up your prescription and it come with that packet of papers, read that
the leaflet.
so that you at least know what's going on. I'm not going to tell you whether to take it or not to take it, but at least know what is going on with your body so you can regulate how much of these things you take.
Right. You need to make sure that you're doing that. We are not doctors. We are not medical professionals. We are just some intelligent, melanated women who have no problem doing a little research. So y'all do the same. Make sure you empower yourself with knowledge because that is the only way we are clearly going to survive. Friend, anything else?
Nope.
All right, y'all.
I'm going to rub my eyes.
All right, I'll see y'all next week. Same time, same channel. Make sure it's not too late to share. You can still watch the playback. We love y'all. Good night. I wasn't prepared.
Right.
Good night.